All right. This is going out to both channels, so the other channel might not be too familiar with what we do around here at the 420 Cafe, but 20 minutes on the hour, we take our 420 break, and we're going to start the show with that. Yes.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a bunch of stoners gonna talk about Jesus, right? I got my I question this bullshit shirt on today. There you go. Feeling good. Want to take a couple hits. Let's say hello first. Let's say hello I don't think my mic is close enough. All right. Let's say hello to some folks from the beginning. Nerdy rodent here first, so everything is divine, but also distinct. Sounds like a cosmic paradox waiting to happen. Hashtag philosophy problems. Oh, and hi. Halsey, lurking, peeking in. What's up? Pixie, good afternoon, shiny people. Nerdy. William, greetings, William. William, check your Google Hangout DM. Tommy, not now. Hello, but I think he left. Hey, Tommy. Here we go. Playing with the mirrors again. Is this the Christian Mingle chat? No, unfortunately not, but you might meet some Christians. So, priority today in the room, to let anybody in the room, are Christians. I did give the link. I'll let maybe one. Depends on the ratio of Christians to non-believers. But right now, I'm only going to let one other non-believer in because I don't want the Christians to feel like, they're getting piled up on. Because sometimes that's what happens. Two gets, they feel like the getting beat up on, blah, blah, blah. So, don't want to have that. We try to avoid that, okay? And I think I'm a pretty decent moderator, don't you think? I mean, I don't think I'm too harsh. I don't know. Think BroJo needs more smoking practice. Really? Why? Peggy's out there. Hey, Peggy. Peggy Sue. Why can't you be true? And she is a former Orthodox Christian. Well, that's not going to work here, Peggy. But what we attempt to do sometimes here is make some more former Christians. Yeah. All right, I got 12 wonderful people watching, at least on this channel that I see. I'm broadcasting on the 420 Cafe channel. Should be going to the other channel, which I have not, putting up anything there in a while. And it's most of these kind of things will be on that main channel. Not so much hangs. The hangs usually happen here. And so I will take also this opportunity to once again announce, because it seems to, I feel like, oh God, how many times I have to announce it? But some people are just thick. They're thick. They're thick in the fucking head. So Halloween, 10 years since we've done them. I don't know how many exactly. I don't even know if it's 10. But we'll give the X. We'll put the X in there. This year for Twitter, for Musk. X is just popular. I am Gen X, right? So there you go. October 29th, October 29th, 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be having a costume contest. I hope I get at least 3 or 4 people at least are going to sign up to be part of this contest. Cash prizes. I have decided that half of any super chats that come in a day. So if anybody likes the show, here's your chance to support it. Boom. A couple things in one shot. You kill 2 birds, 1 stone. You help support the show, and you put it towards a contest and have some fun. Best contest will get half the super chats. And yes, I will be putting in a little seed into that pool for the first prize. So I try to make it worth your while as much as we can. And the more participants, the better, because then we'll give away some merch. And please, if you haven't, visit the 420 Cafe merch store. People are very happy with their cups. Oh, I don't have my cup nearby. The shirt I wore the other day. But People like the merch. Okay, I gotcha. I think that's it as far as announcements, and I'm just going to do my little opening. All right, and I'll let my special guest in. What's up, Lever Fry?
Hey, buddy.
What's up, Lee? Well, man, I gave you the link. I figured, all right, all right. I don't want too many. We have a lot of unbelievers in the community, so I figured I don't want to overburden them. And you are kind of the catalyst here for this hangout because of over at Aces and stuff like that. You got everybody going over there, and I've resubscribed too, and was checking in there over today. And anyway, I've said it before, guys. All right. I think it's like we talked about like demons with Ironic the other day or other people. And okay, we could talk about demons whether they exist or not, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Demons don't matter. A lot of things in the Bible don't matter. The only thing that I think that matters, if we're going to talk about the validity of Christianity, comes down to the resurrection. I think I was going to put up a prop. I have these giant Jengas. You know what Jenga is? Everybody knows what Jenga. You know Jenga will, right?
Yeah, the blocks.
Yeah, the blocks.
You pull the blocks
Right.
off, it falls down. Everybody laughs at you.
Right. Right. So you got the blocks, and then you got to pull the blocks out without tipping over the tower. So I was thinking about a little bit about that today because the whole foundation of Christianity, the cornerstone, is the resurrection. It says in 1 Corinthians, I believe it's 15, that if Christ did not rise from the dead, our faith is in vain. Simple. And to me, that is like, taking the little block out of the Jenga that makes the whole thing fall, is the resurrection. Now, I was going to start on the base of the Jenga. Now, you might have God, your foundation, God and Bible. But then after that, it's resurrection. I think resurrection's under the Bible, even the New Testament. To me, if you could show that, I think we can.
I wish that would be
unlike
where I don't know that would actually end all the questions, though. I mean, think about it. Let's say he rose from the dead, and that meant that some of us could be resurrected if we believe. Then there's the question of what kind of God is this that needs us to do something to help him accomplish the things that he wants to do, especially when he created all of this mess. They do that thing, and they like the potter and he's talking to his pots. He's mad at his pots. He's breaking his pots. He made the fucking pots.
right.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the potter, you're the clay, right? He says.
Yeah.
Why
Don't call it a sin unless it's your fuck up.
Why should you question anything? But I think without the resurrection, we have no Christianity, right? Can we agree with that?
No, not necessarily.
Really?
Yeah, let's just say that Jesus was the real dude. He really did live his whole life, didn't say he died, and resurrection wasn't actually required to complete what he was doing. Just to pay for the sins of everybody or whatever the case may be. I don't know that resurrection was necessarily required to do it. Could have happened, probably didn't.
Okay, so if resurrection's not required,
sinless sacrifice was the requirement. None of the other lambs got resurrected in the past.
So then the question, okay, so we can question his the sinlessness of Jesus. I think
That'd be more miraculous than rising from the dead, I think, is to live your entire 32 years without thinking a dirty thought about a hot chick.
But I think it'd be harder to prove. Well, it's harder to. I think it'd be harder to prove for the Christian to prove that Jesus had a sinless life than he did rose from the dead.
Yeah, people were accusing him. Even John's people were talking about he was drinking and he was eating and hanging out with the sinners. And if you're hanging out with the sinners, guilt by association, right?
But then the scripture would say that if Jesus did not live a sinless life, our faith is in vain.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It's about the resurrection.
It's,
And that Atheo's room, you had a room full of YouTube apologists in there. JG, you had who was
Peter
his
W. Proclaimer and
W,
Jill. Your
Chill.
man Jill, you was giving him purple nurples all up in the side chat. I saw that.
I'm like, and Theo, I know he was Ace Theo. He was busy doing his thing, but I'm sure he saw my question as well. Right? My question was, and no one can give me an answer. They give me an answer, but they're not listening to the question, or they're going to give me a prophecy out of context. And my question was, where in the Old Testament is there a prophecy of a dying and rising Messiah?
Well, you know it's not in there.
I know it's not in there.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a sign. I mean, it would have been you'd say that's a miracle, but it doesn't match up with anything that the Messiah, like they called Cyrus a Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he wasn't raised from the dead. The ones that that went straight to heaven aren't even called messiahs or anything, like Elijah and Enoch. There's nothing. No, there's no raising from the dead in the Old Testament, is there?
Not that I see. The only thing I know, they brought someone back from the dead to talk to them. Was it Samuel or Saul?
He didn't come back to life.
He
We're
didn't come back
talking
to
about
life.
we're talking about incarnating in flesh, the way the Jesus story is, and Lazarus too.
Enoch, maybe Enoch. Or was it Elijah? They went up.
Both of
bodily
them went
power.
straight up.
Yeah, they didn't die.
Didn't die.
Yeah. So there's no prophecy of a dying and rising Messiah. I think that would be kind of important.
Wait, how long did Lucifer argue over Moses' body with God? There was like a thing about that, right? Where Lucifer or the devil was trying to get Moses' body after he died, and it's a story there. Okay, I don't remember exactly what it is, but it doesn't say that Moses reincarnates, but he is seen again, supposedly later talking to Jesus in the Mount of Transfiguration, right? Or that thing.
Well, Jesus is with Moses and Elijah, right? When the two figures, they all go up to heaven for the scene in
But
heaven.
Moses died and Elijah didn't.
Mm.
Same bodies, same kind of bodies, spirit bodies.
I drop a link. Christians only, please. If you want to come on in, and if you can tell me if you have a prophecy of a dying rising Messiah in the Old Testament. Now,
should I leave now that you've got Christians coming in?
Now, Theo's room, they're posting. I mean, I couldn't believe the answers. It's like I thought it was pretty specific. Old Testament, dying and rising. So what do they bring up? They bring up Isaiah 53, the piercing. Something died, something got pierced.
Yeah, show me in Isaiah where anything that was killed popped back to life.
Right.
Where was that?
Or they're telling me Hosea, not about Jesus, not about a Messiah. Then they're bringing up Jonah, which was New Testament looking back.
I didn't even see Ezekiel, the Valley of Dry Bones thing. I mean, I was expecting that to pop up at some point.
They did. Someone
I
did
missed
put
it.
up Ezekiel. Yes. They put up Ezekiel, but wasn't that a prophecy for Israel?
Ezekiel doesn't even belong in the scriptures. It has nothing. It has no. It doesn't
Well,
mesh.
it's in the Bible.
Yeah, but it was a different book. They're all different books. It was packed in there, and this one actually has God telling a dude to cook dinner over shit.
Yeah,
that would have been unclean. The Jews wouldn't have. That wouldn't have been cool.
I know. And oh, Mac, thank you, Mac. Mac the Human, $5 super chat. A miracle! I've turned electrons into a 5. You guys have to admit God is real now. Okay?
Bazinga.
Bazinga. But I definitely know Mac the Human is real.
He's the closest thing to a Christian I know, I think. I mean,
Mhm.
that guy's pretty loving. He's a Jesus-like dude. Like if Jesus had a slightly dirty mind, it would be Mac.
So I was just, yeah, I was a little bit frustrated. Hence this hangout. Hence give Christians an opportunity to come in and show us a prophecy or some evidence that Jesus rose from the dead outside of the Bible.
Bond went through his deconstruction the same time I did, and
Oh yeah.
we got Bible verses bounced off of us in every chat we were in, and none of them ever really correlated to the questions that we ask. I think that's a theme with Christians, to never answer the question you ask, but the question that they want to answer.
I am so glad you brought that up. Remember yesterday's hang? I brought up the list of cognitive dissonance and versus opinion. Did you see that?
I
Scott
don't
Adams.
think I did.
All right, wait. I'm gonna go back to the happy chat because I know I posted in the happy chat. His post in Twitter, which I thought this was really a good list, and yeah, Irenic was guilty of the first 5 right off the bat, right off the bat. All right, here I found it. All right, so I wanted to bring this up, and exactly like you said, this is what happens, and notice this more and more, and you're gonna notice this more and more when you have like this discussion. One, change the topic. Right? You want to change the topic? Oh, but what about this? Try to.
Oh man, this almost runs down like a playlist that Peter W.
Yes.
used in there, all the way to number 6. But he switched 6 and like 5 and moved word salad out of it because I think Peter understands by now that he doesn't understand most words.
Yeah,
But
and
too
this is.
complicated to explain is the most condescending shit I've ever fucking heard.
And and these are not in any particular order, but yeah, you change the topic as on ad hom attacks, always right. I call your names. Mind reading. When people assume they know what you're thinking.
You just
What you're
wanted to
gonna say.
sin. That's why you left, because you wanted to do bad things.
Yeah. Word salad. Analogy instead of reason. That was where Geo was nailing it with Irenic yesterday because Irenic's trying to bring up a totally different thing. We're talking supernatural claims, and he's bringing up this other thing, not related, natural, happens often. And it was like really, and Geo put him because he was trying to give just a ridiculous analogy.
Yeah, I had to leave because I don't know how you can get a straight answer out of that guy. It's Jesus Christ, and he always wants to call you a dumbass when he can't make sense. I don't think he's applying that correctly.
Too complicated to explain.
You can't understand without the Holy Spirit, BroJo.
Yeah, you gotta have the Holy Spirit, or
the whole thing boils down to you have to believe this thing that we have no evidence for, but we have a magic book that you have to trust. Now, it only puts them one step away from I don't know. It's I don't know, but we have a book we think is magic. Well, that still to me sounds like I don't know.
Now I did respect Peter in that conversation because he said, "I don't know." I asked him about prophecy. I don't know. Okay, I could respect that. You don't know, but the other people, they have to know. Them not knowing
Well, if they don't have any evidence, they don't have anything in which to level at someone to say you need to change your behaviors because of thus and such. But they do. They're like, you need to do this and be righteous because we're righteous because we do the right thing and we get the book. I'm like, okay, you've got the book, and then I ask you, what do you know? Well, I know the book says. Okay, but what do you know about the authors of that book? What do you know
Right.
about their intents? Their intent, yeah.
Yeah. Then this goes back to now the eyewitnesses, quote unquote, of Jesus' resurrection. There are none. You have anonymous writers, which they don't admit, anonymous writers writing about an incident that happened, but they weren't there. They're not saying I was there or I saw them doing this. They were writing it as a story. Now, if you're going to tell me Matthew, Mark, and Luke were all there, well, are they hiding in the bushes together? Are they, one is at one end of the garden, one's at the other end of the tomb? They see each other? Because they don't even mention seeing each other there either. So you have a bunch of hearsay.
Well, not even that. It's just that the things that they like to pull out quotes about God, but ignore the context of the stories about God. And to me, it's like if Charles Manson had somebody write a book about him. Of course, we know all these things that he's accused of doing, but we had somebody write a book praising him and saying that he was awesome. And we stuffed them all together, all the things that he did bad and all the good things that someone has said about him. And we tried to make it make sense. It would feel like the exact same thing because they'll say, hey, God is righteous, loving, long suffering, and all that stuff. And you go, Old Testament, pick a spot. He's not any of those things. They say God is love. And then you go into Galatians where the traits of love are described. Try to superimpose that on anything of the God in the Old Testament, and you come up with butt kiss.
Right.
So it's like they don't understand that they can't use the book and go, oh, it says this. Well, it also says that he killed a whole bunch of fuckers because they didn't like him. So he's not all the things you say he is.
Love keeps no record of wrongs. But yet, there's going to be a judgment day and a book of life coming out and all this other stuff.
Well, then you've got Christians who have just bounced on their heads too many times, like JG, who suggests that God, who has all conceivable power, any logical power that you can think of, has chosen to limit himself, limit his knowledge, limit his power for some reason. And if we're talking about omniscience, knowing everything, when did he limit his knowing everything? Was that before he gave prophecy to people or after? Because if it's after, he don't know what the fuck he's talking about anymore.
Amen, bro. I see the troops are gathering up outside there in the comment section. I really want to give an opportunity for Christians to come in first. And if they want to present some evidence or prophecy, maybe I missed something. I am prone to mistakes. Definitely. I am just, another schmo on the internet with an opinion.
Like besides Jody and Mac, what Christians do you have coming to your channel?
You have Ironic. You have Raw drops by, but Raw is banned for now.
Yeah,
I think
so
you
Raw.
have you might have a couple of lurkers.
Oh, P-Town he might not be around right now.
P-Town, St. Tommy.
What about Shrek? Was he a Christian?
I think he gave it away. I think he is.
When he's coherent, he is.
Yeah. But Shrek's not all there. Mac's not much of a Christian.
Well,
I can never figure out what you are, Mac.
Mac's too good to be a Christian.
He's too good.
He doesn't have a judgy bone in his body.
You act more like a Buddhist.
Like he's really like he just drew out everybody in the side chat talking about, I just came here for a little grace. Couldn't find it any fucking where. Everybody was just wanting, the circumcision talk.
Yeah.
All these people talking about the stuff we got to do to get saved. Let's see those tips, boys. Let's see if you actually did all the stuff. Just snip off the hem.
Yeah. Yeah. You brought up the sinlessness of Jesus. There's another one. All right. So they brought up, okay. all right. No resurrection in the Old Testament, but you need a pure sacrifice, no blemish. And that's, and that was really basically for the animals. I don't think there was mention of human sacrifice. I don't think God liked human flesh being sacrificed. I thought that was a big no-no for
Jephthah's
God.
daughter.
Yeah.
Jephthah's
Yeah.
daughter. Yeah.
Well,
He,
God wasn't listening then.
he accepted it, but he was like, she is kind of a dirty little slut, but I'll go ahead and accept it anyway. Could you find a
Yeah.
purer one next time? Look, the whole plan of salvation was human sacrifice. I want to fucking hear it. If that's what the Christians say, that they're like, no, that God of the Old Testament hates human sacrifice, except for that plan he's got where he kills one of us.
And I want Christians to think about this. Christians, if you're listening, sinlessness of Jesus. You say he lived perfect life, never sinned, never disobeyed the Father. How do you know that? Oh, the Bible. Of course.
Well,
The
shit,
Bible.
12 to 30. Where was he? What was he doing between 12 and 30? Who was
Well, 1
watching
to
this
12.
guy? Yeah, but you can't sin in that time period, right? They'll give him a pass. I want to know about age of accountability onward. I want to know, but the missing chapters, was he not out there being the prodigal son, diddling up some tricks, some temple whores or whatever? Come on.
That's my point. I mean, we have like an age of reason around 7 years old, right? People, they are accountable. They're accountable in the Bible, probably 12. He's killed the firstborn. He's made them accountable. He kills the children.
Well,
In
see,
judgment.
that's the thing. This is the righteous guy. This is the.
This is it.
I was asking Peter about this. I'm like, who is righteous? Is your God righteous? Because he's the one that's supposed to be judging me. I'm supposed to be repenting of things. And I'm like, is your God righteous? And he's like, of course he is. I said, well, then I don't have anything to worry about because I've never done half the shit that motherfucker has done. I ought to be good. But I tell you what, I'll repent after he does. And Peter, of course, he needed to change his tampon.
But you have one story when he was about 12, right? Going to the temple, disobeyed his parents, right? Just left the house. Where were you? They were like, where were you? I'm going about doing my father's business, Oh, really? And he was able to say this at 12, 13. But besides that, you have 30 to 33 years old, 3-year span, snippets of that 3-year span out of 33 years of his whole life. This is all we have, and we're supposed to just believe that he never did anything wrong for 30 some years. Whatever.
He might have drank a little wine, smoked a little
20
frankincense,
Right?
He had to at least tug one off. Like he had, you're not going to make it to 30 without a tug. Think about it, John.
Yeah.
How you gonna do that? How you gonna not knock up some chick? You're gonna tug, and if you're not gonna tug, your balls are gonna explode.
That's right. And he was at least half human, so at least one of his balls is gonna explode.
I'm glad you mentioned that too. Can we talk about half human for a fucking minute?
Or whatever that means. I know.
No. Listen, this is the thing. I don't like it when Christians want to shun away the language of demigod. He is by definition a demigod. Stop saying he's God. Stop saying he's man or whatever. He's the same as fucking Hercules or Achilles or any of those. Whenever a god fucks a human, bam, demigod. That's Jesus.
Yep.
It can be no other way if your story's right. Why does that term bother them? Oh, because he's not completely God.
Yeah. Because he wouldn't be completely God, and then he would be fallible.
Why do they struggle with the term begotten and son and still try to say that Jesus has been around as long as his father? That's stupid. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Because then with that belief, they should really be Gnostics. Because that's what the Gnostics were like. God couldn't come in the flesh because flesh does bad things. God is not flesh, because the flesh does sinful things. So whatever you saw of Jesus was just, it was like a hologram. an hallucination. It was just fake. He wasn't flesh. This is what's right. Some Gnostics believe this.
Because that's where the evil lives, in the flesh, something like that.
Heretic is doing what Christians were doing in Theo. They're bringing up scriptures that have nothing to do with a dying and rising God being a Messiah or dying and rising, Messiah.
Well, I don't think you're going to have any Christians come in, so why don't you let them in, because they're not going to accept the challenge.
Yeah, because I don't see anyone out there. All right, so we could, I'll look at that King 17. That one I have to probably revisit. Heretic brought that up.
If Christians come in, you're still the master of the room. You can put everybody backstage but the Christian, and we'll all understand.
Very good. That is fair enough.
Can you just love my avatar for a second, please? Can you just take a second to love it?
Is that Billy Idol?
Close. Keep looking. You don't know who that is? It's Kiefer Sutherland.
Is it? Kiefer Sutherland with a Billy Idol haircut.
No, that was in The Lost Boys. You don't remember the movie The Lost Boys?
Oh, man. No, man.
I'm going to punch you right in the dick. How do you not know? That's... Get the
They turned into wolves.
No.
No?
No, that was... I'll get the trailer for you.
All right.
You'll be safe with this one. I'm ashamed of you. I mean, I don't mean to be, but you're an 80s guy and you don't know The Lost Boys. I'll try to tell people that this didn't happen, but someone's heard it already. Drugs. Yeah, you'll remember this.
I've hit my head a couple of times. And all right, let me play. Let me see what we got. They were giving us issue with fucking trailers yesterday. Wait, before you start. Yeah, they stopped the stream a couple of times, and we were only doing, we were playing trailers. We're trying to clean it up as much as possible, but I mean, we can't help ourselves. We're trying to do what we can. So they stopped the stream. Now I go back after it uploads. You have to go. I go and check. Manage videos for copyright issues, and it said nothing. No copyright issues. I didn't even have to trim out anything. And I'm like, then why the fuck did you pause the stream?
Just in case. Just in case.
All right. Okay, play a little bit.
Old Michael, and you'll never die. Be one of us.
Notice anything unusual about Santa Carla yet?
It's a pretty cool place. If you're a Martian.
Or a vampire.
Dad.
You know where Hudson's Bluff is? I can't beat your bike. You just have to try and keep up.
Wow, that's weird seeing Southern like
How
that.
far are you willing to go, Michael?
Oh, shit.
Guess first. How are those maggots? Take some of this, Michael.
Don't. It's blood.
Michael.
Take some of this, Michael.
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 Now you know what we are. Now you know what you are.
Help me! Stay back! Stay back! Help me! My own brother, a vampire. You wait till Mom finds out, buddy.
You don't want to miss this.
You smell like garlic.
I somewhat remember it.
That lame ass Corey Feldman has just gone out and done a cover of the song Cry Little Sister from the movie. He's still trying to hold on to whatever he had in the 80s. And he's singing a lot of songs trying to sound like Michael Jackson. It's really bad.
This is his like new stuff?
Yeah, Corey Feldman. Like this last
my
month,
God.
I'll try to find a clip of it. It's so shameful.
How did Corey Feldman come across like on your thread or anything? Because I haven't heard anything about this. I mean, were you
Oh,
searching? Just happened to be searching?
now you're asking too many questions.
That makes it too late.
I don't know if you've
Don't
earned
ask
that.
me about that road I went down. No.
How was there I didn't even know about this. There was apparently a riot at his. Oh no, it's a debacle at Riot Fest. He went to a place called Riot Fest. All right, this is not from a. Oh, this is going to be so bad.
Oh,
This is not
Christian
from a
Carpenter is in the
official
room. Yeah, Christian Carpenter.
site. He's
If
awesome.
you want, will he come in? Christian Carpenter, if you want to come in, I'm looking for prophecies for the death, resurrection of a Messiah in the Old Testament. And since we have no Christians have come in, I am opening up the room to everyone else. So come on in. Oh, there's Halsey. And what are we sharing here? Oh, okay.
The comeback king. Here it comes.
Cringe.
Comeback king. Here it comes. The comeback king. Here it comes.
Wait. Is that him in that?
Wearing?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, is that him in that weird black outfit?
Taffeta, darling, taffeta.
The hell? Come on, let's do this right. We get the screen ready. Oh, now. What the hell? We trying to be Michael Jackson here?
Yeah. Mac, you stop it right now, Mac.
How?
Hey,
How old?
I remember him in Goonies. He was.
So
Mouse.
you actually knew who it was while you were bopping to it. That's
Yeah,
the
no,
scariest
I
part.
know the saga.
Oh, you do.
Yeah. Yes, sir. There
Beard
used to
is
be
looking
two
nice.
Corys. And
Are you
for
part
you
of his
kids out there,
management team?
there were two Corys originally, and
Corey
we
Haim.
tragically lost one of them. And it
Corey Haim
affected.
is the one that's dead, right?
That's right. And it affected the surviving Corey a lot when he died.
You know, there's rumors that Charlie Sheen's kind of behind Corey Haim's problems. You've heard that, Mr. Saga follower.
I mean, could be a lot of people behind.
He
There's a
diddled
lot
him
of
on the
trauma
set of
behind
Lucas.
that man. Hey,
I must
cheers,
address
guys.
something.
It's good to
Cheers,
see y'all.
cheers. Yeah, good to see you. Oh, you got beer. Ah. I
Yes.
will cheers with my babe. All right. This is interesting. Comment I see. You know, I banned Raw for falsely accusing Red Fang of being a pedo. And now I have Red Fang accusing Michael Jackson of molesting Corey Feldman. Do we have any evidence of that?
Well, some of his DNA mixed with him. Did you see how he was singing and dancing?
I-
That's the comeback king. He had
The
come on his back.
come on the
Come back, king. Come on, my back, king.
I got come on my back, kid.
No, that's too obvious.
Come on this
Let's reel that back in. Let's try that again.
So, you know, you wanna explain Red Fang?
Well, I mean, he was at the Neverland Ranch more than a child should have been.
I thought it was the other guy, not Corey Feldman. I thought it was.
It was Macaulay Culkin too. It was
Yeah,
a
that
series
guy.
of Culkin.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he went through a bunch of
Feldman's-
disposable kids.
One time Feldman said in an interview that he and Michael Jackson grew up dancing together, even though they're like 15 years apart from each other in age. They didn't grow up dancing together, but he said that once in an interview.
What is different between Corey Feldman and Steven Seagal? They all have these outlandish stories that don't work on a timeline. But I mean, it could just be all the molesting messed him up. I don't know.
Was Steven Seagal molested by Michael Jackson?
No, I think he actually molested Michael Jackson. I think that's how it started.
All right, let's just put it out there. Michael Jackson molested everybody. Everybody that came to Never the Land, wherever, was molested by Michael Jackson.
The
Let's
staff,
just throw it
the
out there.
monkey,
What was wrong with
everybody.
me? I never got molested.
Max
left
been
out.
standing outside at the gate all week.
Michael, when's my turn?
The king of Yum, let me in.
I got a balloon for you.
Okay, but like, you didn't recognize the movie watching the trailer, BroJo, really?
A little bit. Yeah. The name.
you need
wasn't
to
there another?
rewatch.
I need my head examined.
No,
That's
you
what I
just need to rewatch The Lost Boys. It was in the 80s. You should rewatch it. It's worth it.
See what for me, I think like most people, you can remember the very key. A lot of things just stand out in our memory, good and bad, the tragic and the very happy. These kind of memories stand out, and right. So I have those, but these other details or other, I don't remember a lot of them unless
BroJo,
there's
where
some
were
kind
you?
of trigger. That's the thing. If there's a picture, maybe sometimes, or a trigger, like that's why a lot of times someone will say something, I'm triggered to think of a song right away.
Okay,
Or a
BroJo, where
lyric.
were you the moment you heard Tom Cruise say, "Talk to me, Goose"? Where were you? Go on. You remember this moment. It was important.
No.
Son of a bitch.
Talk to me, Goose. Is that from Top Gun?
Yeah, so you were probably in a theater watching it, trying to get in a chick's pants. And then would probably noticed
Probably in a-
halfway through, hey, it's Kenny Loggins again.
Right. I was probably did see it in the theater. I won't remember who I was with. Yeah. I don't know.
Where were you when Leonardo DiCaprio froze to death in the water while that selfish bitch floated around on a piece of wood? You remember?
Oh, that's a funny. Here's another thing. I never watched the whole movie of Titanic.
You son of a bitch. You
Never
just
watched it.
the terror of Hollywood.
Get this. I heard the fucking song over and over on the radio. I got so sick of it. I didn't want to fucking see the movie. Plus, I was at the time I was living with my brother and
What are you
the
laughing at,
kids.
Matt? Like he just came in and he's laughing his ass off. What the fuck?
I just
Thank
love
you.
that. That's why I never saw
Thank
that.
you. Thank you for interrupting me. Thank you for interrupting me. So, the kids.
Damn.
I'll forget. I will forget. So the kids would be watching Titanic over and over, and I would just walk in at parts. So I've seen just parts of Titanic of them watching it over and over, but I never sat and watched the whole movie. I heard it was like 3 hours long. Couldn't be bothered. Okay. And who else is coming in?
It's very long. If you've seen the memes, you've basically seen the movie.
Well, wait, hold on. I wanted to say something about Charlie Sheen. I honestly think that man went insane after doing Food Fight. Okay, because if you guys remember that shitty ass movie, he starred. Yeah, Food Fight, the shittiest movie ever created for $65 million. The animation was crap. The characters were horrible. It was just bad, and I honestly think that's what caused them to go insane. Prove me wrong.
I've never seen it, but I think
it's a monstrosity. I've seen a Nostalgia Critic review of the movie. I wanted to kill myself in Minecraft.
So, anybody? Oh, what's up, Heretic? First Kings 17. I got.
Hello.
Holy shit!
Fuck you. I'm not that loud.
All right.
Hello. 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 How are you? Fine. Oh, it's you.
All right. First Kings 17.
I'd like to highlight something first. You
Sure.
said
Mm-hmm.
there's no resurrection in the Old Testament.
No, I
You
said
did not say there is no resurrection of a dying and rising God or Messiah.
that. No, it's a prophecy of a dying and rising Messiah.
That's not what you said.
That's what I originally said.
It wasn't.
That's what I said in Ace Theos. I have it in text.
Well, I wasn't
Text
listening to
Thomason,
fucking Ace Theos, was I?
and that's what I was bringing up. Maybe okay. If I didn't make myself totally clear, so
You
then this
didn't.
is okay. No, I'm talking about death, a prophecy of a dying and rising Messiah. So this won't do it, right? So yeah, that's what I'm talking, because I would think that would be kind of important. You know, there's always this claim that Jesus fulfilled 300 prophecies, yet none of them is a prophecy about him rising from the dead. Isn't that like the big thing there? Isn't that the whole basis of the belief is resurrection?
Yeah, but the whole thing was he was meant to be the Messiah. Therefore, he wasn't going to die. He was going to lead them. He was going to be their big king forever and ever. Well, not necessarily forever and ever, but he was, and that's why it was so weird, and that's why they had to turn it all around. Suddenly, oh, isn't that also weird? He must be the king. We'll have to resurrect him instead then to become the Lord. Darth emails.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darth's
How are
email.
y'all doing?
Is this PJ taking the piss?
No.
Oh.
This is Hillary's emails.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have left it a mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ruined it.
Go out
Oh.
and come back again. We'll do
Do
it.
you want to be Darth now?
I'm just. It was an evolution. I was Darth JG for a stream. Yeah, making
Darth-
fun of him. Yeah,
Oh,
Darth
okay.
JG.
Okay.
What does the JG stand for?
Oh,
That's
it's
good.
actually his initials.
Yeah, you know JG. Censorship, censorship exists. JG. Darth
JG.
Dawkins sidekick.
Okay. I thought he was meaning it was Darth's. Darth Dawkins is.
Does Jay really
Finish.
hang out with Darth Dawkins?
Didn't he used to?
No,
I
I
haven't.
I don't
I would
remember
like
that.
to hear their conversations. That'd be interesting. Just sort of in a sadistic way, I'd like to. I mean, masochistic way.
I half
I always
fancied.
get those mixed up.
I half fancied coming in and pretending to be a Christian like I did the other week. Who was that against?
Okay.
Was that against GeoSam, or was it somebody else? And they just got wound up so much.
So you want to play Christian now?
No.
No.
Oh, we got Darth Durpleton as well.
This guy got sunglasses on? I thought I see glasses in his head. Jesus got
No,
makeup
it's-
on.
It looks that way.
Yeah.
So, BroJo, are you looking for specifically like somebody that claims prophecy that's been fulfilled is evidence, et cetera, et cetera? Is that what you're looking for today?
Well, I know
any
the
evidence?
I know prophecy is one of the things that Christians will use as an evidence for a belief.
Mm-hmm.
And like I mentioned
That's true.
before, like Jesus fulfilling 300 something prophecies, but then, a lot of them I never seen 300, but a lot of the main ones, Isaiah and Hosea, when you look at them in context, they're not messianic prophecies, or they have to do with
Oh.
Israel and not, the Messiah.
They always seem
so
those ones always seem to me like ones that, if you decided you were going to be the Messiah, you could just go ahead and fulfill those prophecies, like you could make sure things line up with that, like make sure you ride into Jerusalem on a donkey on the right day and stuff like that, I mean, not to put
Yeah.
it down, but like the a guy could do that,
yeah, but dying and rising, that would be
All
a
right,
good
all right,
test,
all right.
right? That would be a good
Yeah.
test.
Well, I mean, we're not all David
unless you're gonna do a magician trick, you're gonna
Right.
fake it, or
Right.
you're gonna do a.
Well, just imagine if there's a prophecy, like a Native American prophecy, that the president or the Great Father had to chug down a cherry tree. And so now every person on the campaign trail would ceremonially chop down a cherry tree.
Right. Exactly. That's what those ones seem like to me, the ones that Jesus fulfilled, like in his life and in his campaign. They seem like that kind of a thing. Like the Jews were already expecting that to happen from the Messiah. And so, but were the Jews expecting the whole resurrection thing?
No.
I don't think so. Right?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Otherwise,
I don't know.
I think most Jews would be Christians.
Well, if it happened.
It happened, right?
Yeah.
And if it was supposed to be a prophecy.
Right.
Well, nobody ever talks about prophecies that Jesus never fulfilled. What about the military conquest against all the foreign invaders and the 1,000-year, king reign?
You see, if Jesus had been the Messiah and actually achieved what was expected, there wouldn't be Christianity. That would still be Judaism. It would just be a slightly different interpretation of it.
Messianic Judaism. Yeah, I know several people that are that.
So it would.
Jews for Jesus.
The only way that it could be a different religion was that actually it did not fulfill the Jewish prophecy in the way that most of the Jews believe.
Right. That's what I think happened. I don't think it did. Not in the way they expected,
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Red Fang wants me to be a Sith Lord. I've got one of those too, if you want. There we go. Uh-oh. Darth Thurple fell out.
And Halsey.
Yep. I think it's the sexy avatar. They just couldn't resist.
They popped with attraction.
Yep. Yeah. Tigger doesn't have an R in his 2 R's in his name. They're heretic.
Tigger?
Or that's Winnie the Pooh, isn't it? Yeah, Tigger, the little tiger.
No.
I think that's Winnie
This
the
is
Pooh.
Trigger.
Yeah, I was making fun of.
It's not Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I was making fun of your name, but.
Were you making fun of the avatar as well?
No, Mickey, totally cool.
I didn't get where Winnie the Pooh was coming from. It's like, hey.
No, I just saw the name Trigger and I thought of Tigger,
Well,
I realized that wasn't a Disney.
I related it to the conversation. I related it to the conversation of somebody being triggered when I was just about to come in. And I thought, well, I'll call myself Trigger then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The wonderful thing about triggers.
Yes.
Yeah.
The wonderful thing about triggers is I'm the only one.
I gotta mute.
I didn't think it was that funny at all. But
It was the timing. It was perfect timing. Sorry, Sandy.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I wanted to look up one of the scriptures that are usually brought up, Isaiah 53, and it's usually one part of that scripture. But if you brought in the whole context of 52, 54, Jesus didn't. It's like, where does the prophecy start and end with some of these things? Because in context, if you go look 52 and 54, they didn't have numbers and chapters and verses back in the day. It's just doesn't, to me, it's not messianic. It's not saying
see
anything about Jesus.
well, you
What's it
see,
say?
Isaiah is
Right,
about
I'll pick it up.
Israel. Isaiah is about
Mhm.
Israel. It's not about
Exactly.
a person. It's a personification of the state of Israel, the country. So the resurrection of Israel under Isaiah is about a country coming back from I don't know, fucking Babylon or wherever.
Yep, Babylonian captivity. Yep.
So it's not about a Messiah, but it can be read like it's a Messiah because it's been personified.
Dang it, my family's home. I gotta go. I prophesied that my family would come home around now, and now they're home.
Okay.
Happy 420, guys.
They're here
Thank
to
you.
trigger you, Mac.
Oh yeah, too much as well.
I know.
All
I
right.
love.
Thanks again, Mac. Yeah, they use this part. 2 minutes to the 420 of East Coast. He was oppressed, afflicted. He did not open his mouth. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter. Sheep before his shearers is silent, so he did not open his mouth. Oppression and judgment was taken away. Cut off from the land of living. For the transgression of my people, he was punished. He was assigned a grave with the wicked. This right here. I wonder if that same word would be used as a word. It's tomb. Was his tomb in a tomb of like a wicked grave? I don't know. It's things like and with the rich in his death.
It was
though
the
he had
rich
no
man's
bonds.
tomb.
No. No, is it? Uh-oh. Attention to the map. Is that it? Oh, it's 12.
Was that Princess?
Who, Midnight?
Paying attention to the map. Pay attention to the map.
Oh, he's playing a game.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
That's you, is it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Go end it.
So you're playing a game. Princess isn't here. Mac's gone. His house is gone.
Who's here? Sorry. And I'm scrolling up and down.
So what was the context for you wanting a bunch of Christians in and wanting a God talk on a...
I wanted a...
Is it Hunt Day? Is it Hunt Day, Mike?
I know. We
Bro, do you not get...
steered away from the norm.
What?
And I just missed 420 too. motherfucker. I guess we're not
You
gonna
can
have any
smoke weed
Christians.
now. 1 minute late. Go on, go for it.
Yeah. Chicken Christians.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
Julie. Julie. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Anybody? Mike. What day is it, Mike? Woo-hoo! Mike. What day is it, Mike? Oh, come on. I know you can hear me. Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is? Leslie, guess what today is?
They've changed it from Julie. I'm sure they have.
Mandela effect.
Uh-oh. Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Mike.
Uh-oh. Mike. What day is it, Mike?
It's hump day.
Hump day.
It's hump day.
Hump day.
Happy hump day. All right, I'm going to end the stream on the other channel. So if anybody is listening in over there, come on over to the 420 Cafe. Oh, why is their video still playing? Let me stop that. Damn. I gotta.
God damn.
I gotta be producer, host, all at the same time. Yeah. How do I now? This is the first time I'm doing it.
You sound like a woman. Stop it.
Yeah. View on live, edit, remove. Let me see. View on YouTube.
Remove.
Home.
Remove.
I'm gonna remove you. Yeah.
Mike.
There's
Mike,
nobody
Mike,
over
Mike,
there.
Mike.
Oh, it's you. Only you over there watching.
Yeah, I decided to annoy myself.
Remove this destination from the stream. I don't want to delete it. I just want to.
I'm so glad you're telling